So today we're doing some beef curry. I have my dad switching, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, we're just going to jump right into things. How's my audio levels? Good? Just give me a thumbs up. Great. Okay, perfect. So I have a bunch of ingredients here. Let's switch to the overhead camera just to see what we're dealing with. I have a lime here. That's for later for the topping, so we're just going to tuck that aside. I got some mangoes because it's going to be mango curry. I have an onion. I have a shallot or however you want to say it. I got some ginger. I'm not going to use this whole thing of ginger. That would be ridiculous. I got some mushrooms and of course some garlic. Over here just off the camera a little bit. I'm just going to creep it in. I got some coconut milk. A little special ingredient, cinnamon. I'm just going to... a couple of recipes I read online said that it works well with curry, so I'm going to try that out today. And then also, we got some curry powder. And curry powder is like a mix of a whole bunch of spices. It has cumin, turmeric, or turmeric, or whatever you say in your, wherever you are. Yeah, so it's got a bunch of spices in here. Ginger also, but it's not fresh ginger, so that's why I'm adding this stuff here. And I got some rice. It's just off camera. It's too complicated to get that out. So I'm going to get chopping. I'm going to start with my onion here. And we're going to stay on that camera. Thank you. Great. We're just going to chop that up. And I have a nice bowl here for the remnants. Just going to half that. I'm going to save some of this onion for... Whoop. We're going to get all that peel off. I'm going to save some of this onion for the Colombian style rice that I'm doing. There we go. We're there. We're there. Great. Cool. So now I forgot what I was going to say because I'm switching in my head and chopping and doing everything. Multitasking. No. So there's beef in the fridge. So I usually do this as a chicken curry recipe and I deep fry it. But because of the pandemic and everyone staying inside, I am using whatever ingredients I kind of have. I got some beef from the freezer, some stewing beef that's been sitting in the freezer for a while. Might be kind of freezer burnt, so I'm just marinating it in some wine, some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of olive oil just to make it taste better than frozen wine, or frozen beef. Okay, so we're just gonna dice this up nicely. And I almost got onion juice in the eye on that one. That would have been a very funny end to this. And I'm gonna slice this one up as well here. And we're going to dice it up this way as well. Perfect. Any old way you want to slice an onion is fine. I like a little bit bigger pieces of onion because I like the oniony flavor. So I'm going to grab a bowl really quick for this. We can go to the wide shot again if you want. Nicely done. Sweet. So I'm just going to grab a bowl just for these extra onions here, and just to get them out of the way, and I'll leave the rest for, onion down, we lost an onion. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to set that aside over there. We won't forget about that. And then we're going to get the rice going first. So I'm going to grab my rice in a sifter here, and then we're going to go over to the sink. So we're going to cut to the wide on that. I'm just going to give this a quick rinse. You can still see me, right? Oh, a little half of me. That's fine. We have no camera operators, so it's cool. Just two people in the kitchen having a blast. So you just want to give this a quick rinse, because who knows where it has been. Well, in the store in the rice bag, but from there, I don't know where else. And we'll let that drain for a second. And then I'm going to get some olive oil in this pot here. We can actually go to our stovetop cam. First time using stovetop cam. Whoa! So exciting. I'm going to get a bunch of olive oil in that. Get a couple, maybe 3 tablespoons worth, if that's an accurate measurement. I'm going to say it isn't, but that's fine. And yeah, we're going to get this oil heating up here. Oh, beautiful. Nice medium. I'm actually going to also, because I like garlic and it's such a good flavor, and I'm going to put garlic in a bunch of other things too, so I'm only going to put 1 clove in the rice. Oh, that peeled itself, basically. That was easy. That never happens. And then, like Brad Leon says from Bon Appetit Kitchen, always crush your garlic. And we're just going to give that a rough chop. Do. Just like that. Okay, let's see if I can get this all on the knife in one try. That was like 8 tries. That's fine. We're going to get that in that pot there. Make sure you get all that garlic in there. We're just going to toss that around the oil and wait till that starts a-bubbling or cooking. And then I'm going to get started actually peeling some of these mangoes. So I'm going to get my scrap bowl here. And I use a potato peeler because I'm not insane and I don't want to cut myself with a knife. I think this is probably the easiest way and the fastest way to get the most of the peel off the mango without taking all the mango with it. Grabbing the onion, we're just going to huck that in there too. Beautiful, beautiful. And also for this rice, we're going to make sure that we have a pot of boiling water going on. I have a kettle here on the stove, if you can see that. Can we show them the kettle, please? Awesome. So that kettle is going. It's going to be boiling very soon. I'm just going to give this a quick toss in the oil. Great. And we still have our rice draining in the sink there. And I want this kettle to be pretty hot. Oh yeah. Nice and warm. And while that's going, we're going to cook down the onions a little bit more. We don't want them to be raw, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm going to peel this mango again. These mangoes are nice and ripe. Is that the right word for it? Ripe? Yeah? I can never remember if it's unripe or ripe or which way it goes in that cycle. Great. I'm just going to give this another quick toss here. Amazing. Those onions look so, let's see. Oh, ooh. See, they're nice and they're almost transparent. Almost is the key word. So we're going to take our rice over here from the sink. Just huck that in there. Nicely done. We're going to take a pinch of salt. Maybe 2 pinches. Beautiful. And then a wooden spoon from this drawer. Where is it? Where is it? Who organized this place? Okay, it's fine. We got a wooden spoon. We're going to stir the oil in the rice and make sure that we have everything coated evenly in oil. We want everything to be shiny. That is the specific term in my dad's recipe. You have to make everything nice and shiny. If you didn't put enough oil in to begin with, you can just add a little bit more now. That wouldn't hurt anything. So you can see the onion and everything's getting kind of added together there. And I have it on a medium-high heat. If I didn't mention that before, I don't think I did. That's fine. So once you kind of have everything combined there, before things start cooking too much, you just throw in that boiling water you had set aside, and you just want to cover the rice. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's going to cook on a medium-high heat until it goes below, thank you, it goes below the rice and starts bubbling through it's going to create like pockets in the rice, and it's going to, you get the picture. You'll see it because we have the amazing video technology. Okay, next thing I'm going to do here, while that's going, I'm going to chop up some of these mangoes. And if you didn't know, oh thanks, you already cut to that angle. You're on top of it. If you didn't know, mangoes have this horribly huge pit right in the center of it. So it makes it really difficult to kind of cut into nice squares. But we're going to do our best. And because it's a pandemic, we're going to try and save as much as we can because we're lucky enough to have mangoes sitting around in our house. So I'm going to use as much of them as I can. We're getting a lot off this mango, that's for sure. Okay, that's kind of the end of that. Great. And it's okay if all these ingredients on your cutting board mix together because, again, they're all going into the same sauce where they're going to mix together anyway. So it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to dice up these mango pieces. Rice is starting to bubble now. Let's cut to that. See that rice? That's the wrong camera. Still the wrong. Okay, yep, there we go. You can see it's just starting to bubble. That is a good sign. Okay, now you can come back to me. Just wanted to show our lovely viewers. So, you know, if you're a professional chef, you'd probably have all these mangoes chopped up already. But because I'm not, and I'm just having fun in my kitchen at home, I don't. There we go. How's my audio level? Still good there? Yeah, still great. And I'm just keeping an eye on the rice while I'm chopping all this stuff up because I don't want it to boil down too much. Because what we're going to do is we're going to switch it down. Whoa, mango's down. We're going to switch it down to a low heat for 10 minutes with it covered. And that's going to cook our rice completely all the way through. So it's not crunchy rice. Not a half a bad idea. I just got radioed in from my producer to just, look at that. Look at that. Almost there, almost there. Now I just stopped the cooking, so it's going to take another 45 minutes, thanks. That's just a joke, it won't take that long. There's still heat retention in the pan. We're good. So I'm almost done chopping up this crazy mango, or mangoes, there was 2 of them. We're almost there. Look at the color of those mangoes. I just love it. It's so bright compared to everything else. And compared to the beef that I'm going to get out in a moment, it's going to just brighten up the entire meal. And I think we all need a little bit of brightness and color right now. There we go. Slicing that up, rough chopping. Doesn't matter again because we're cooking it down in a sauce. And this is actually this is actually inspired by I cannot remember where in Toronto it is, but a friend of mine, we head down there for like film shoots all the time, and oh, the rice is good. The rice is good. So we're going to turn that down to low. We're going to grab our lid for the rice pan. That is far too big. I put that somewhere. Ah, it's over here. It was already ready for me. Here we go. Good. Then we're going to set the timer for 10 minutes. Then we're going to stop our pot of boiling water there. Great. And all the mangoes are chopped up. As I was saying though, friend of mine, we go to this place that has a yellow sign with a black bull on it in Toronto. And it has this curry recipe, and all they serve is curry. Like, that's it. And it's honestly the most amazing thing ever. And there's deep fried chicken or shrimp or beef or whatever you want, deep fried on top of a bowl of rice and curry. And their curry is a little bit spicy. I'm doing a little bit of a milder version because some people in this house cannot handle it. Not going to name names there. I like adding shallots because they kind of add a little bit of like a sweeter kind of oniony flavor to the whole dish. I want to make sure that I get all the peel off, and because that would be very sad to get onion peel in your dish. Oh, and there's a piece of peel. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. How did you get past me? Okay. Now we got to get some ginger. So again, I'm not going to use this whole thing of ginger because that would be insane. That would be so gingery, it would probably burn your nostrils out of your face. So I'm going to break, ginger just breaks like that super nicely. So I'm just going to break off a chunk about that big. Yeah, that's a good size for me. And then a trick I learned from a master chef when working in a kitchen is you take a little spoon, because I'm not going to use a potato peeler for a piece of ginger. These are for potatoes only. So we're going to use just a spoon here. And potatoes and mangoes. And mangoes. All right, whatever. Whatever. And then you just use the edge or the top of the spoon here, and just look at how easily that comes off. Like it just, maybe this was mind-blowing to me when I first saw it, but maybe you guys already know about this, and otherwise now I'm just embarrassed. And we're about 7 minutes in on the rice, which is perfect, because in total you want to cook the rice for 20 minutes, and then you can just leave it, woo, that just flew out of my hand. You can leave it off, like on the heat, and just the lid on, and it's going to stay nice and warm and be ready for when you serve everything. There we go. And you want to, the ginger peel itself is not a great flavor, so you want to try and get as much of that. This is a really weird piece of ginger. Can we just hold that? Can you see that? Look, there's like a groove in there. How am I supposed to, what the heck? Of course I picked that piece of ginger. Just cut it out. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so piece of ginger, amazing spoon technique. You can say that you came up with that if you want. It's my trick, my gift to you. Amazing, amazing. Get all that stuff off. And still some more. And we're just gonna kind of slice that out as best as I can. Oh my gosh, this is really weird. Without cutting my fingers off. Ready, folks? Oh, look at that. Oh, did I do it? Oh my gosh. I think I impressed myself there with that one. Do you see how that? Can we have that in a slow motion replay? We're just going to dice that up as well. Don't need to explain how to dice something to you, because you probably know how to cook already. Or you don't, and all the better. Now I taught someone something today, which is great. If he's falling asleep back there, that's fine. If we get, so yes, the ginger. If it's a little bit of bigger chunks of ginger, that's cool, because I don't mind the flavor of ginger in food, so doesn't matter to me. But if you don't like biting into a piece of ginger, then you can cut it up even smaller, and that's up to you. So, but not my problem right now. So I'm gonna do I think two big. Yeah, these are two bigger cloves. I was gonna do three, but we're gonna do two kind of bigger cloves here of garlic for our sauce. I'm just gonna slice that garlic. I like to take the ends off of it. Nice. Ginger, garlic, shallot, mushroom, onion, mangoes. I think we're on our way here to making something. So I'm gonna grab another pan, another pot, pan. These are pans. Oh, and look at that. Look at the timing. I should be on an actual cooking show. Okay, no, but 22 seconds left on this rice. So I'm gonna just skip ahead of that. That's fine. No one's gonna know. I mean, you'll all know because you're watching. And then I'm gonna set it for another 10 minutes. And I'm gonna shut the heat off because it won't burn the rice. And then what this does is the steam and whatever heat is kind of left in there is gonna cook the rest of the rice all the way through and keep it nice and warm for you. So you're good. Rice, good, done. Don't have to worry about that until 10 minutes goes by. So we're gonna get the beef cooking in this non-stick skillet here. We're gonna start that on low. Just gonna get a bunch of olive oil in there. Wonderful. I'm gonna get a bunch of olive oil in here as well. A couple of tablespoons in each. Beautiful. We're gonna turn that up to medium. We're gonna get this one cooking. Great. And we got 8 minutes on the rice there. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is just wait for these to heat up because I like when you throw the onions and all the ingredients, even the beef in, it starts to sizzle right away. Because if it's not sizzling, it's not cooking, and it's just kind of soaking up the oil and getting gross. So I prefer to start and cook like that. If you just want to olive oil, everything in the pan, go, that's cool too. I'm sure it'll taste just as good. Like it doesn't really change much. Adding ingredients. Oh, and the coconut milk. That's right. Coconut milk goes in with the sauce and everything as well, which is super exciting. I'm going to get the onions, shallots, garlic, and the mushrooms in here. Oh, it didn't sizzle like I wanted it to. I thought it was hot enough, but it wasn't. We're going to go with it. Oh, do I hear a sizzle? I do. You guys can't hear that because I'm wearing a lav mic, but that's okay. You can just trust me. It's sizzling, okay? A little bit. Oh, you can hear it. What if I get my microphone really close to it? And we're going to add our beef. So that's kind of all strained off there. And because I'm a smarty pants, I'm going to bring the bowl that I used to marinate it in with it so it doesn't drip across the kitchen floor. Beef juice would not be good across the kitchen floor. Oh, perfect. Clang. So that's really loud, isn't it? That's what I'm going to do. It's going to happen. I'm going to grab another wooden spoon here from one of the... I want this one. And I'm just going to make sure that nothing... This is supposed to be a non-stick pan, but it's sticking. We'll just say that. But when I put the coconut milk in, it's going to kind of deglaze the pan. There's a cooking word for you. And it's going to get all the whatever was stuck on the pan off. Oh, you can, if you could smell this right now. That's the line that's a really cheesy line that they use in all the cooking shows. You could smell it. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Even though I already did, I'm not going to do that again. Okay, so the onions and mushrooms and everything is kind of cooked down quite a bit. So I'm going to move things to the side. You can see, you can see it happening because we're cutting to that angle. Amazing. And we're going to drag in our mangoes and get those cooking. Awesome. Oh, there's a big piece of mango in there. Who did that? That was me. We're going to chop that up a little bit better. See, I said I liked pieces of mango in there, but not that big. So now that I've kind of cooked the mango for a little bit on its own, I'm just going to toss this guy around, kind of combine everything, and then we're going to get our spices going. So I'm going to add some curry powder in here. I have, whoa, that's our rice. So the stove is already off. The laptop went to sleep. We are still rolling. We still got audio. We got video. We're making a motion picture here. Okay, so what was I going to do? The rice interrupted me, then you interrupted me. My train of thought is completely sideways and backwards. So that's cool. Look at our beef though. Look at how nicely that's cooking. Look at the color. Love it. And it's already salted. There's already spices and seasoning in there. But what I'm going to do is what I was talking about was my yellow curry powder. And like I said before, curry is just a mix of spices. So it's got turmeric and cumin and ginger and just paprika, a whole bunch of things in here. And it's great. You can just throw it in. And my microphone, of course, is coming out. Who laved me up? Oh, that was me as well. Okay, great. We're just going to sprinkle, I'm going to say like a couple tablespoons of this, just because it is curry. So you do want to taste the curry flavor. That's a little bit more than a couple tablespoons. That's like maybe like 4 tablespoons. I'm just going to stir that around. We're just going to add a touch of cinnamon, just because I wanted to try that out. Ooh, got some on the stove there. Perfect. That's actually going to be ooh, with the mango though, that's going to be a good flavor. I'm excited to taste that. It's a new addition to this recipe. And you can kind of taste this as it goes once you get the curry kind of cooked in a little bit more. Ooh, and this is going. This is happening. Things are happening over here. Now's a good time too to add our salt and our coconut milk. So I'm going to salt this quite generously because there was no salt in that before. We're going to throw some pepper on there also quite generously because I like flavor. And if you haven't gotten your workout in for the week, if you've been sitting on your couch watching Netflix, this will work out just your forearms and nothing else and not help you very much. Okay, Oh man. Just the smell in here alone. I said I wasn't going to say that line. I got to stop. You can't smell it. You'll just look at it. It looks pretty. There we go. So I'm going to take all this coconut milk. This is 1 can. Oh, I took it away. Oh, you can see it in this camera. Okay. It's 1 can. And you're just going to nicely kind of add that to your sauce. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. So yummy. And this is almost, the beef is almost done over here. So we're doing great. Oh, here, in the curry sauce, I forgot one ingredient. I know I said there are certain people in this house that don't like spice, but I'm gonna add a little bit of heat because I like it just a little bit. And you don't even taste it, I just like the flavor of sriracha. So we're gonna go in the fridge, find our bottle of sriracha here. And I literally just add like that. You see that? You missed it? Did you see it? You totally missed it, didn't you? Okay, and then there's so much coconut milk and the sweetness from the mango, like everything's gonna kind of combine together and you're not even gonna really taste it. It's just, I love sriracha on things and in things. I think it just adds a great little kick. And then over here in our mango section, we're just going to bring it down to low and start to simmer it and thicken it as a sauce. And then we're going to do some lime wedges just to squeeze on top of the whole thing. But we're gonna just quickly wipe off this cutting board. Keep your workstations clean, as Brad from Bon Appetit would say. Nice clean slate here, or clean cutting board. Wedges. How does one cut wedges? Just like that. So that beef is almost done. And you can use almost any meat topping for this. You could also make it vegetarian. You just throw veggies on top. No one's going to know the difference unless you're not a vegetarian, but just do what you want. I don't care. It's great. Okay, so my layers are going to be rice on the bottom, the lovely rice, which I'll show you in a minute. We haven't even looked at that yet. My recipe could have totally failed, and this video could be a complete wreck if we don't know about that rice. So we'll show that in a second. But for now, I'm going to get a plate ready to start plating this up. We're going to get rid of, and we're going to chop up some beef here. I'm going to shut the meat off because it is nicely cooked and marinated. And if it's too hot for you, I just have, for some reason, hands of steel and don't feel pain when it comes to grabbing hot items. I think it's just from cooking a lot and making the mistake of grabbing a pan when it's hot from the oven. You can grab a tea towel or a dishcloth or whatever, and you just put it on top of the meat like a clean one. Obviously a clean one. Whatever. Just put it on top of the meat, and then you can hold half of it and kind of chop as you're going. It's another kind of tip I learned for getting in a professional kitchen when you're trying to get the plates out quickly, and you can't, because I can't chop it because the food's hot. Like, I'm going to burn my hand. Well, just grab a tea towel, and eventually you'll have chef hands, and you won't feel any pain, just like me. Isn't that a lovely goal to reach? This mango sauce, if you want to take this and now throw it into a food processor or a blender and make it like a creamy sauce, you can totally do that at this point. But I like pieces and vegetables and things to eat in the sauce, so I leave it as is. I haven't whacked my head yet. Have you noticed that? I'm so close every time, but I haven't whacked my head yet. I'm used to this. Oh man, that rice looks perfect. We're gonna plate this up. Is start with a little bit of rice here. I'm gonna do 2 scoops. We're gonna make this work. Look at that. We're making movie magic here. Okay. Rice. Where was I? Oh, not mango sauce. You thought I was gonna do mango sauce. You are wrong. Okay, so then with my clean, washed COVID-19 free hands, we're going to pile the beef on there. Oh man, it's perfect. Come on, that's like from a restaurant or something. And then we're going to take a nice helping of our coconut mango curry amazing sauce here. We're just going to pile that right on the center. And I'm going to get more of the saucier parts there too, because I want some of the liquid. I'm just going to make sure that they get a nice helping of everything. Perfect. So happy with that. And then, just for a good touch, you're going to take a little bit of salt, just sprinkle that on top. And then you can serve it with a lime wedge. Or 2. We're going to go for 2 because it probably looks more aesthetically pleasing. Right? Does that not make you hungry? It makes me hungry. Well, I'm going to start eating this. But here, you know, I'll show this camera to you. We'll show this camera to you. Where is it? There it is. There's another good angle of it there. Beautiful. On a bed of rice. You can serve this with a pita. You can put a little bit of a dab of yogurt on the side if you really want to make it authentic. But yeah, that's how you throw it together. And that took me, how long was that? No idea? You're not looking at the clock at all, timing? 2 hours, 8 hours? We have no idea where we are. It's fine. I think you should give it a try. It's a great alternative to fast food or ordered out. So give it a shot. Let me know how it is. Leave a comment if you want to. All right, cool. Thanks for watching.